In 2005, I got an invitation to go to Walter Reed Army Hospital and Bethesda Naval Hospital. I was on the road with Fleetwood Mac and I was in DC and I had 2 days off. So I decided this was an experience that I should probably not turn down. And I went and I spent about 7 hours with 30 different soldiers. And it was just one of those awesome 7 hours that flew past so quickly. The stories and just the families and everything involved was just so amazing that it was like I was there for 10 minutes. When I left, I got back into the elevator to go down to the beautiful big entryway that when I had gotten there at 2 in the afternoon was completely empty. And when the doors opened on the elevator, I was stepping out into a raging medevac on a Sunday night. And I was in shock because I didn't really know what to do. So I just sort of zombied through the room, and I knew they wanted me out because at that point they only want families there. And I had been there really late, it was very late. So, of course, they couldn't find my car. And I'm like, you know, I need to get out of here now. And finally the car came, and right as my car came, the ambulances came in. And the sirens and the red lights and the police escort, and it was like insane. And I realized that I'd walked into this really beautiful hospital, and I was Stevie Nicks. I was a famous rock and roll star, not a care in the world. And I walked in, and when I walked out, and when I was standing on that curb, I had become a soldier's mother. And that is something that I will now always be. When I went home that night to my hotel in DC, I wrote a poem that I then, over the next 5 years, handed out to hundreds and hundreds of soldiers and their families, their sisters, brothers, aunts, moms, dads, grandmothers. But I never made it into a song because it didn't have a chorus. And then in 2009, I was in London, and there was a very bad thing that happened in the war, and they lost 7 soldiers, and it was like a massacre, and London went crazy. It was like, I would imagine it was like being there in World War II. And so I wrote the 4 lines that became the chorus to the song that I'm going to sing for you now. And I just want you to know that in my life, this is the most sacred thing I've ever done. And it is the most important thing that I've ever done. So I would like to sing this now for you. It's called Soldier's Angel. Through the eyes of a soldier, through the eyes of a soldier, I am a soldier's mother. Through the eyes of an angel, I am a soldier myself. No one walks away from this battle. I'm a soldier myself in the presence of angels. I am a soldier's widow in the darkness at night. I am a ghostly shadow as I follow close behind them. I try to push them gently back into the light. I am a soldier's angel 4 years later. In a war of words between worlds, yeah. About what is wrong, about what is righteous. But I am a soldier's girl. I am a soldier's memory.